首先咧，好多謝 CIC 喺上年咧舉辦咗2024數碼化大獎 Digitalization Award。我哋 T2 主幹路及茶果嶺隧道嘅工程團隊咧，好榮幸地攞到金獎啦，同埋3個嘅 subcategory award。係啦，我哋係對此感到非常嘅鼓舞啦，亦都係明白到 CIC 對我哋團隊嘅極大嘅肯定，亦都知道我哋發展嘅方向係絕對正確嘅。咁我哋今日好榮幸咧，被 CIC 邀請嚟到當中去分享一下我哋工程項目同埋工程團隊咧對於 BIM 啦、Digital Twin 啦同埋智慧工地安全系統嘅一啲嘅創新科技嘅發展啦。係啦，首先咧，我會講解一下呢個工程嘅背景資料嘅。我哋 T2 主幹路咧，全長係3.4公里啦，係6號幹線其中嘅一部分。T2 嘅路咧係西邊係連接住中九龍幹線啦，東面連接住已經通車嘅將軍澳藍田隧道。我哋 T2 主幹路嘅工程建造合約咧，主要係建造2條3.1公里嘅海底隧道啦，同埋2座嘅通風大樓。喺6號幹線落成之後咧，喺繁忙時段來往將軍澳同埋九龍之間嘅交通時間咧，將會由現時嘅65分鐘大大咁縮短為12分鐘。屆時嘅情況咧，交通時間將會大大減低啦，亦都大大改善交通擠塞嘅情況嘅。由 T2 主幹道嘅平面我哋可以見到咧，東西面各自有2個嘅通風大樓啦，包括紅色嘅段同埋粉紅色嘅段啦，係啦。咁我哋成個隧道咧，包括用唔同嘅方法去建造嘅，有 Cat and Cover Tunnel 紅色嘅部分啦。就係明挖回填隧道，之後咧就有橙色嘅部分啦，就係 TBM Tunnel 隧道轉挖機嘅隧道，然後最後喺西邊喺東邊嘅就有綠色嘅隧道部分啦，就係 Drill and Blast 同埋 Drill and Break 鑽鑿同埋爆破嘅隧道。喺隧道轉挖機方面咧，我哋用咗2部14米直徑嘅 Slurry Mixed Shield Slurry TBM 泥漿式隧道轉挖機。係幫我哋喺海底下咧去建造嘅。咁成個隧道最深嘅地方咧，有大概到達-42主水平基準以下嘅米。另一邊廂咧，喺茶果嶺嗰邊咧，因為地質嘅緣故咧，我哋團隊係用咗爆破啦，同埋鑽挖嘅方式去鑽鑿嘅方式去建造隧道嘅。喺傳統上咧，建造隧道咧會牽涉好多喺現場工地施工，包括落石屎啦、紮鐵啦等等嘅工序嘅。喺呢個工序入邊咧，會對團隊造成一個好大嘅挑戰啦，人力啊、機械等等，亦都對工人咧會帶嚟一定嘅限制同埋安全風險嘅。所以我哋嘅團隊咧喺設計階段嘅時候咧，已經非常去重視呢啲嘅問題啦，諗下點樣去用數碼化或者創新科技咧喺建造工程上面可以點樣使用同埋去減低呢啲嘅風險嘅。最後咧，我哋工程團隊咧制定咗一啲叫做高度模組化嘅建築方法，就係 modularization 同埋利用 DFMA 可製造及裝配的設計方法，係啦，去做到全機械化咁施工，可以做到 mechanized tunneling 嘅方向。喺 T2 主幹道建造嘅時候咧，我哋係會經過一啲好特別嘅建築物，係啦，我哋需要好注意、好留心嘅。第一就係公務中央試驗所 （Central Public Lab），係啦。咁我哋係要確保喺工程施工階段嘅時候咧，施工期間咧，實驗室入邊嘅儀器、所有嘅設施係唔會受到影響嘅，因為佢哋對於震動啦或者係一啲沉降咧都相當之敏感嘅。咁我哋要確保佢哋係最低嘅影響。另外咧，隧道走線亦都會經過茶果嶺村啦。茶果嶺村亦都有3級嘅歷史建築，包括茶果嶺天后廟啦，同埋附近嘅羅氏大屋嘅。喺考慮到呢一系列嘅因素啦，我哋工程團隊咧就喺 BIM 啦、智慧安全工地系統同埋智慧創新技術入邊咧，去諗下點樣去做到一個CDE 綜合數碼化共用平台啦。喺呢個 CDE 入邊咧，我哋會再諗下點樣加入呢個模組化建築方法咧，去令到 成個系統相輔相成。最後我哋建立咗一個叫做 Centralized Management Platform 綜合數碼化共用平台，係啦。喺呢個平台入邊咧，我哋工程團隊更加有效去用每一個嘅模組啦，同埋去有效去監測成個工程嘅項目嘅，亦都確保成個工程咧對附近環境嘅影響減到最低。以下咧，我哋會播放一啲嘅短片俾大家去睇一睇我哋嘅技術點樣應用到。之後我就會交俾我哋駐地盤工程師阿 Tim 去詳細講解下 BIM 發展方面。
T2 and Chakualing Tunnel is the crucial middle section of the new strategic link Route 6, which will shorten the journey time between Cheungkwan-o and Yaomate from 65 minutes to just 12 minutes, significantly enhancing the traffic network and accessibility.
The T2 project comprises 3.4 kilometers of dual tunnels and 2 ventilation buildings. It is complicated, involving a multitude of work types, including deep shafts, buildings, subsea tunneling by tunnel boring machines, and drill and blast, drill and break mined tunnels.
It is also hugely challenging. The 35-meter deep TBM launching shaft is located less than 2.5 meters away from the friction piles of the highly sensitive Public Works Central Laboratory, and the mine tunnels are routed right under the sensitive Chakualing village.
Traditionally, tunnel construction involves various in-situ works, like the concreting for the road deck, ventilation compartments, cross passages, and the like. These require intensive labor and plant resources in a congested tunnel environment, posing significant safety risks and logistic constraints.
For T2, the team formulated a construction scheme with a high degree of modularization. This is coupled with design for manufacturing and assembly, and fully mechanized and robotic construction. The percentage of prefabrication is as high as 95% of all the tunnel structures. Electrical and mechanical services are also installed in a modular manner through MIMEP. In tandem, the project team sought out and integrated a range of smart and latest technologies to constitute a comprehensive digitalization system. This digitalization system and the extensive modularization work together synergistically to benefit not just the project delivery stage of design and construction, but also future operation as well as asset management and maintenance.
First, let's look at how the digitalization system utilizes the digital twin for smart alignment control and clash-proofing of tunnel structures.
Tunnel alignments are curvilinear, so each tunnel lining ring is slightly tapered. Change in tunnel direction is affected by relative taper orientations between 2 adjacent lining rings. The T2 team integrated the alignment control system and the BIM model to create the Pixis Revit Python Dynamo automated design workflow. This automatically analyzes the as-built location of the latest installed lining ring and determines the appropriate relative taper orientation for the next ring. Furthermore, it checks and affirms the spatial compatibility of tunnel internal structures to be installed in the latest erected tunnel ring, thereby eliminating the risk of spatial conflicts between the structures. Construction of tunnel internal structures are highly interlinked. The team developed a 4D Smart Progress program system integrating tunnel lining construction, a permit-to-load system for early-age concrete core bowls, a stockpiling analysis for various types of tunnel precast units, and the MIMEP module tracking system. By correlating data from the IoT, DWSS, and BIM model, the status of each major construction activity is visualized through the centralized management platform, whether it's ahead of, on schedule, or behind the latest approved program. Furthermore, the smart integrated system conducts analyses based on past progress to project upcoming works interfacing and resources requirements. To ensure efficiency, this avoids time loss due to supply shortages or inadequate preparedness.
The team leveraged the latest modular construction techniques and the design for manufacturing and assembly approach, and brought in fully mechanized construction schemes to build the road deck and service gallery structures, the overhead ventilation duct slabs and ventilation dampers, cross passages, and fire protection boards.
One specific example is the installation of ventilation dampers. To minimize lifting and working at height risks, the dampers are pre-installed onto the slabs in the storage yard on ground level, before the slabs are lifted up and put in place in the tunnel. These novel construction schemes empowered by the digitalization system increases the speed of individual construction activities and allow maximum concurrency of different work fronts along the tunnel, thus greatly enhancing productivity, site tidiness, and logistics. The result is a tunnel construction site that closely resembles a highly efficient industrial production line. The BIM also allows construction method simulations before actual works take place to guard against any clash or conflict.
Occupational safety and health is always of paramount importance. To minimize working at heights and other such repetitive tasks, the team developed an innovative tunnel lining inspection technology called the 3S Tunnel Defect Inspector.
This is a drone equipped with edge computing and artificial intelligence capabilities. It automatically identifies defects in the installed tunnel linings, like minor cracks, and upload the full records including high-resolution photographs to the BIM model instantly to constitute precise digitalization of inspection records. Besides, the team brought in robotic construction for anchor bar hole drilling and concrete surface brush hammering work along the installed tunnel linings in preparation for corbel construction. This is enabled by the digitalization system, from which the robotic arm draws information about the location of the corbel. This digitalization-driven innovation once again eliminates the tedious manual work at heights. Similar robots were designed for the drilling and installation of fixing bolts for MIMEP units of electrical and mechanical facilities, further enhancing work efficiency and safety. The digitalization system accommodates different IoT solutions under the Smart Site Safety System, like AI cameras, smart tags, halo light for protection from moving plants, confined space monitoring, etc. One particular measure is the Operator Biometric Authentication System that verifies biometric information of a plant operator remotely via the digitalization system to ensure he is an approved operator.
As mentioned earlier, the T2 tunnels are routed extremely close to highly sensitive facilities.
To ensure the effectiveness of impact mitigation measures, the team brought in remote sensing instrumentation technologies including interferometric synthetic aperture radar, in short INSAR, Global Navigation Satellite System, and 360-degree artificial intelligence noise monitoring. The information collected are fed into the digitalization system for continuous close monitoring. Apart from providing continuous instrumentation and eliminating manual survey work, the clear digitalized records greatly facilitate communication with stakeholders, helping to foster mutual trust.
The T2 project team leveraged the benefits of digitalization beyond project design and construction. The aim is a digital twin of the whole tunnel, including both structures and equipment, that would greatly enhance operation, asset management, and maintenance.
IoT sensors and multifunctional robots for preventative maintenance of various E&M services, energy consumption and efficiency monitoring, structural health monitoring, etc., are incorporated as part of the infrastructure to be handed over to the operation and maintenance parties. They are highly supportive of these initiatives. The data and analyses from all IoT systems, BIM model, and DWSS are integrated into the web-based portal centralized management platform as a single source of truth accessible from anywhere,
as well as feeding into the Development Bureau's ICWP for taking forward construction digitalization at the policy level.
In Chunro T2, we adopt various smart technologies. We've developed a truly comprehensive digitalization system. It enables the application of digital twin in numerous ways. In this project, the works are mostly delivered in modular units. Taken all together, project management, safety, quality, operational efficiency, productivity, plus post-construction asset management is greatly enhanced. CEDD will continue to leverage the benefits of construction digitalization. Surely, T2 will lead the way to take forward these worthwhile initiatives.
多謝 Galen。數碼化發展方向方面呢，我哋項目參考咗 CIC 嘅 publication， 再加入咗我哋自己嘅見解，去為發展數碼化做咗一個 roadmap。首先，我哋負責數碼化嘅團隊，早喺早期階段已經同項目團隊深入咁樣分析將來地盤有機會存在嘅 pain point， 例如信息共享嘅問題、過度重複嘅工作同埋需要手動嘅流程。喺確定咗呢啲 pain point 之後，團隊就重新思考返現有嘅施工流程。數碼化團隊就會建議可以實施數碼化嘅流程去 做一啲替代，例如可以透過用物聯網、數碼分身同埋無人機等嘅技術提升返個效率同埋安全性。而 Beam 喺作為呢個數碼分身嘅 foundation 就變得好重要，因為佢可以促進返信息嘅集成同埋共享。而之後我哋就會去揾返一啲 digital solution。咁喺呢一方面咧，用市場上面現成嘅數碼工具同埋平台係最有成本效益嘅方法，但係過程中我哋要留意，要將佢調整返合適喺地盤上邊環境去使用。如果市場缺乏一啲解決嘅方案，而相關嘅數碼方案又真係具有呢個成本效益嘅話咧，我哋團隊會同其他團隊合作去研發，以確保佢嘅功能啦係最大化咁樣滿足我哋現場嘅要求嘅。我哋亦都會定期制定一啲可以衡量嘅關鍵質效指標。工程團隊會定期同前線嘅同事啦做一啲檢討，擴展我哋用數碼工具嘅用途，務求提升生產力嘅同時進一步改善作業嘅安全。例如我哋因為智能隧道質量檢測系統嘅成功啦，我哋之後再研發咗地空協同隧道自動檢測系統，去幫助我哋 RSS 去做檢修。咁詳情嘅功能咧，我哋等陣會由 Vincent 去講解嘅。咁喺第二個面向嚟睇啦，數碼化嘅成功係建基於數據，所以成功嘅數據化會係成功數碼化嘅根基。我哋團隊盡量利用唔同嘅系統去收集數據，例如 DWSS、IoT、TBM 系統裏邊嘅 As-built data 等等。咁除咗呢啲唔同嘅數據之外咧，數據嘅結構亦都會係重點。Standardize 咗嘅 data format 咧，係可以大大降低咗之後 integration 嘅難度嘅。所以我哋對於數據嘅輸入咧係有嚴格嘅規定，包括咗建立 workflow 去檢查，又或者喺系統直接對 data 嘅 format 做一啲規定。最後喺中央管理平台收集所有數據之後咧，我哋其實要理解返地盤上面真實嘅需要，喺整合之後係咪真係可以達至想要嘅成效？呢啲係要同數碼化團隊同埋呢個項目團隊緊密嘅溝通。而只有上種種條件都達成咧，其實先可以增加到個資料可視化同埋增加嗰個共享性，從而最後提升到整個決策嘅效率嘅。咁接落嚟啦，我會喺度播放一條更加詳細 step by step 嘅短片，講解我哋點樣喺設計審查、施工、監工、交付都去用 Beam 去做嘅，同埋佢為我哋帶嚟嘅益處，亦都會帶到我哋點樣去用 IoT 做到實時監測。
In the T2 project, BIM has been widely adopted throughout the project lifecycle. Our project team has also endeavored to integrate the use of BIM with Internet of Things to develop a digital twin for tunnel construction. In this video, we'll share our progress on developing the digital twin for the TBM tunnel with the help of our uniquely created and pioneered Pixus Revit Python Dynamo workflow. This workflow is the key to achieve progressive as-built and projection of tunnel design and construction. We will also introduce the IoT solutions that reflect existing real-time conditions on site with visual analysis to assist making necessary timely decisions. At the design stage of the TBM tunnel lining, each tunnel ring was segmented in 9 sections. The position of the key segment K9 dictates the tunnel direction and can accommodate all curvatures in the tunnel. It also helps to adjust and correct the tunnel alignment due to the construction tolerance of TBM excavation. With parametric constraints and boundary conditions, the parametric design with DynamoScript assists the T2 project team to design the TBM tunnel lining and its internal structures effectively, with reference to the design tunnel alignment. The design could be iterated easily and promptly by changing the design axis. The designed BIM model would then be used for generation of the construction drawings. With reference to the design tunnel alignment, which is a fundamental component of the BIM model, the TBM pilot could start tunnel excavation. A critical challenge is that tunnel misalignment during excavation may occur and accumulate. If the tunnel was continuously misaligned and deviated cumulatively and significantly, the construction of internal structures and the positioning of the cross passages, in particular, would be adversely affected. Therefore, the project team must keep a close eye on the as-built data. The tunnel guidance system PIXIS takes real-time surveying data of the tunnel alignment with lasers and computer monitoring. Utilizing the Dynamo, which is a visual programming tool, the measurement data collected by PIXIS are directed to Revit by Python scripts. This enables the existing condition modeling so that the as-built BIM model could assist the project team to visualize any deviation from the design model and promptly alert the engineers to deal with it accordingly. If minor deviation occurs, the project team can utilize the Dynamo program and Python script further to execute automated spatial coordination to resolve clashes of internal structures in Revit. Clear logic was defined so that all internal structures are parametric adaptive. Just by scrolling through the chainage, the dimensions and parameters, for example the offset coordinates of the internal structures, could be generated automatically. Hence, a progressive as-built and projection working cycle is developed. Again, the revised construction drawings for tunnel segment and tunnel internal structures based on latest as-built tunnel alignment with tolerated deviation could be generated for use on-site. This progressive updated BIM model served as the basis of the digital twin and achieves real-time automation with an as-built progress and projection approach. It significantly reduces the modeling time for 100 internal structures from 100 hours to only 2 hours. The accurate and precise as-built model enables engineers to carry out site analysis. At the cross-passage location, special main tunnel segments are reinforced by glass fiber reinforced polymer to form a soft eye to allow the mechanized mini TBM to bore through the main tunnel concrete lining to excavate. The cross-passage engineer would make reference to the as-built BIM model to determine the optimal location, position, and orientation for the cross-passage construction to ensure that the mini TBM starts at the soft eye in the launch tunnel and ends in the soft eye in the adjacent main tunnel. Other than BIM adoption, IoT solutions and digital tools are other stepping stones towards the digital twin. The T2 project team adopts digital tools and IoT smart tags to track the precast tunnel elements and MIMEP modules from fabrication, through transportation to final installation in the tunnels. Hence, a 4D phase planning could be generated in the construction sequence simulation in the BIM. The IoT system also offers potential to carry out site analysis by evaluating the production rate, delivery rate, and installation rate to facilitate better planning of works. In the T2 project, BIM technology has demonstrated its immense potential in architecture and engineering, particularly in enhancing efficiency, accuracy, and decision-making support. By integrating modern technology with traditional construction methods, the T2 project has not only achieved high-quality infrastructure, but also propelled the future of digitalization and intelligence in the construction industry.
咁影片裏邊提到嘅 automated design workflow 咧，其實係有助於我哋 T2 達到95% 嘅隧道結構模組化嘅。我哋項目團隊咧之後再設計一啲特別嘅機械啦，去幫助儲存、運送同埋安裝，去達至呢個可供製造及裝配嘅設計 DFMA。例如左邊嘅第二項原本係喺儲存位置反轉嘅 Surface Gallery and Roll Slab， 我哋會喺安裝之前會用 Flipping Table 將佢反返去設計安裝嘅方向，令到所有工序都簡單咗，安全風險亦都降低。呢啲 specialized 嘅器材設計，其中一個 設計到嘅原因咧，係我哋利用 BIM 嘅 Digital Construction Simulation， 所有嘅主要工序咧，我哋都會喺 BIM 裏邊模擬一次，做翻個 Spatial Coordination， 肯定到喺隧道入邊主要嘅 workfront 唔會受到運送物料或者安裝機械嘅互相影響。我哋用咗 BIM 以上嘅特性咧，其實就解決咗我哋第一個 pain point 關於設計、運送、安裝嘅問題。接落嚟，我就會交由 Matthew 繼續講解 T2喺智慧安全工地系統用到嘅科技。唔該晒 Matthew。
大家好，安全智慧工地咧係近年我哋嘅業界熱話啦，亦都大家不斷咁去積極推動。而我哋布依格集團咧，其實喺呢一方面創新咧都不遺餘力，亦都配合我哋公司嘅發展嘅。我哋嘅項目咧，其實早於喺2010年咧，我哋已經試咗唔同類型嘅創新科技嘅。咁其實透過好多嘗試啊、去改進啊、檢討咧，先得到今日嘅效果嘅。咁當中亦都好多謝 CDD 啦，得到好多嘅鼓勵啦，同埋支持咧，去推動呢個 4S 嘅發展嘅。咁喺我而家咧，我就會播一段片俾大家睇下啦。咁當中咧會分享我哋嘅過往嘅經驗啦，同埋一啲實用嘅例子嘅。
Safety first is more than just a slogan in the T2 project. Multiple measures have been taken to protect our workers. Let us talk to the engineers about it. Vincent, can you tell us more about them?
Sure. T2 has already implemented various safety innovations before the launch of the 4S Smart Site Safety System with a centralized management platform to integrate different safety applications. It gives us a comprehensive and real-time view of the site situation, allowing us to carry out holistic analysis to react to changes on construction site in a timely manner. We digitized the permits to work procedure in T2 project, such as lifting and confined space work permit. Electronic permits allow us to record multimedia information like site photos and videos, and to minimize writing and paper consumption. This also streamlines the approval process and ensure an instant view of permit status in CMP, strengthening the site's supervision capability.
That sounds great. It seems like these measures are mostly on the supervision side. Are there any measures taken on site?
Of course there are. Wear your PPE and follow me. I will show you.
Awesome.
What's this device attached to the machine?
That's the operator biometric authentication system. T2 is the first project to equip moving machineries with such a device in Hong Kong construction industry.
Machines and plants installed with the system can only be activated by the fingerprints of authorized personnel. This can prevent unlicensed operations. Applying IoT technology, this can enable managers to manage a remote fleet in real time. To give you a real-life example, we will suspend the permissions of an operator to start up machineries in case of expired licenses, unsafe operations, or mandatory repairs. The system keeps detailed records of usage, which can be used for incident investigations and data analysis when needed.
Very impressive. Let me see if my finger can start the machine. Oh, it doesn't work.
I've told you so.
Anything special about these cameras?
These are no ordinary cameras. We have adopted various kinds of AI camera on site.
Firstly, AI cameras were used to identify unsafe behaviors, like the misuse of PPE or smoking. Secondly, they can monitor the lifting zone. If anyone enters a lifting zone, an alarm will be triggered. These unsafe acts will be recorded and sent back to the CMP. We have successfully spotted repeat offenders after analyzing these records, and have been able to correct their behavior. Lastly, we install 360 AI camera systems on multiple machinery. It gives the operators a panoramic view of all blind spots. An alarm will sound when workers or anybody else is detected in the operating range of the machinery.
Do you know what these devices are and what they are used for?
I've seen these before. They are smart tags. Smart tags with tracking have been installed on all major moving plants, as well as each multi-trade integrated mechanical, electrical, and plumbing modules, in order to facilitate real-time tracking from the assembly yard to site installation. Logistics management thus becomes more efficient as all modules are now traceable.
Okay, what else can the smart tag do?
I know, tracing people. All T2 workers in the tunnels are equipped with smart tags, allowing the location and number of people to be monitored in real time.
In case of emergencies, timely action can be taken to assist the rescue. If unauthorized persons enter a high-risk area, an alert can be issued immediately.
Do you know where this information comes from?
Of course I do. The gas detection system is installed in the confined spaces to remotely monitor harmful gases and particulate.
If the values are outside the normal range, supervisors can react swiftly to prevent accidents. An alarm will also alert, notifying personnel to evacuate. In real-life applications, we are aware that some operations will significantly increase the PM 2.5 level. Therefore, we implemented countermeasures such as using a water tank to limit such disturbances.
Well done! Is there anything else you know about our safety measures?
That's not all I know. I also know T2 makes use of VR training to greatly raise worker safety awareness.
The successful implementation of the 4S Smart Safety System relies on the collaborative efforts of various stakeholders. T2 will continue to strive for excellence in safety.
好，咁啊睇完我片，應該大家都有啲概念啦。咁而家我就攞幾個例子嚟講下啦。咁可能第一就大家會奇怪點解我哋搞安全創科會搞上太空咧？咁其實都係目的嘅一個原因嘅咧，就係安全，我哋嘅倫理嘅安全。我哋嘅工程咧就好貼近茶果嶺村嘅。安全起見，我哋團隊亦都裝咗好多測量站喺個茶果嶺村裏邊。咁你試想下，如果我喺個合約項目裏邊，每一日都要敲門開門去攞一個測量咧，咁就會對我哋嘅鄰居咧做好多滋擾嘅。咁故此咧，我哋就裝咗呢啲INSA 或者叫 GNSS 應用喺唔同嘅情景下。咁當我哋安裝完我哋嘅測量站之後咧，我哋透過衛星去 update 嗰個數據，係唔需要有人入門或者去一啲危險嘅地方去做一啲測量。咁所有數據咧都會係電子化咗啦，咁然後 send 去我哋嘅中央控制平台。所以我哋團隊咧，只要喺個寫字樓咧，亦都可以掌握到成個周邊環境嘅安全。咁當然，如果有問題，我哋會即得要跟進啦。咁另外 IOT 亦都係非常好用嘅喺地盤。我哋有3個例子啦。咁第一咧，就大家都唔會陌生嘅，有Smart Tag 系統就係一啲位置嘅追蹤。咁喺我哋用嘅過程當中咧，我哋都同supplier 去傾啊，點樣可以再盡量利用呢啲科技咧去提高安全。而家我哋啲 tag 咧就包括咗一啲如果佢哋唔喐啊，即係static 嘅情況下咧，我哋會有 alert， 亦都會有啲fall alert。如果係高空下道咧，會 send alert 去我哋嘅中央控制平台度，咁我哋會可以即時跟進。咁第二咧就係頭先個片都有介紹到啊，其實個科技就好簡單嘅，用指模去解嗰個我哋啲移動機械。咁其實個背後原因就係大家都知道地盤有機會有啲陋習嘅，就係擺條鎖匙喺度，跟住個個都可以開嚟用，我都覺得好容易控制。咁但係其實佢碰撞嘅風險咧，同其他所有車輛啦都係一樣。所以咧，我哋自從我哋推展咗呢一個嘅創新科技之後咧，我哋發現咧，我哋冇發現過任何咧意外發生。因為本身佢要當佢打指模落去之後咧，其實佢哋所有 login 嘅 record 咧都會喺晒個平台度，咁變咗佢哋自己都會提升翻佢個警覺性，亦都防止有啲 hit and run 嘅情況出現。咁第三咧就係我哋 confined space 嗰個控制啦。除咗我哋一般喺confined space 裏邊要 mon 嗰幾種有害氣體咧，我哋都會包括埋其他，例如啦，我哋嗰啲懸浮粒子啊，又或者我哋 CO2。咁我哋亦都喺地盤咧唔同位置咧裝咗啲顯示板嘅。咁呢個顯示板咧顯示到嗰啲數據啦，我哋嘅守候人員啦，我哋嘅中央控制平台嘅工作人員啦，或者可以入到呢一個平台嘅員工咧，都可以知道嗰個數據。如果我哋發現啲數據有異常啊，或者升高嘅情況咧，我哋需要即時介入啦，去防止呢啲氣體去到一個唔安全嘅 level 嘅。咁好啦，AR、VR 大家都唔會陌生啦，即係 VR 就係一個虛擬實境，咁AR 咧就係嗰個擴增嘅實境啦。咁即係如果大家有玩 Pokemon Go 就知啦，就係嗰個 AR。咁其實我哋採用呢啲科技咧，都係想提高嗰個安全訓練嗰個有效性，因為令到嗰個安全訓練咧係更加有趣、有互動，同埋令到佢可以感受到係喺個現場感受到，如果真係好似跌落嚟嗰陣時候嗰個感覺係點樣？同埋我哋有啲社區聯絡中心咧，都係會提供一啲AR 啦，俾我哋啲工作人士咧去感受啦，知道我嘅團隊咧呢個工程項目係做啲咩項目嘅。咁我哋亦都成個工程咧項目咧安排咗好多唔同嘅 visit 啦，有一啲專業機構啊，或者係學校啊咁樣去推動呢個智慧安全嘅。咁嚟緊咧，我就交俾阿 Vincent 啦，同我哋講下呢個共用數碼平台。好，唔該。
唔該 Matthew。之前同大家介紹過嘅 BIM 咧，同埋安全智慧工地系統咧，都係 T2 嘅綜合數碼共用平台嘅一部分。呢個平台亦都包括咗數碼工程監督系統 DWSS、物聯網 IoT 同埋項目嘅進度。關於呢個平台咧，我哋亦都有另一段片同大家分享。
T2 project team has been actively exploring innovative technologies and has been developing a common data environment platform for digital integration of project data since 2021, with reference to ISO 19650. The implementation has significantly improved the workflow of the project and enhanced its quality, safety, and sustainability.
The project team utilized the CDE throughout the project lifecycle. During the design stage, the project team used the automation for TBM structure design to generate and revise the design. Designers can make constant adjustments to the internal structures and lining design with reference to the axis deviation data obtained from the tunnel's Pyxis system to ensure that the alignment was precise. During the construction stage, the CDE was used for inspection, progress monitoring, and safety management. The project created the world's first AI defect inspection system. Data such as high-resolution photos form the basis of a big data of typical tunnel acceptance criteria and defects, thus sustaining the evolution of the dataset for use and enhancement by the project team and other similar projects. For progress monitoring, the team utilized precast element stockpiling analysis to enhance construction planning and review. A unique QR code is designated to each precast concrete segment to track its location and status. Automatic stock projections for the next 2 weeks according to construction progress were made possible thanks to the system, and this helped to ensure adequate stock. Moreover, smart tags for workers were deployed to monitor the location of workers in confined spaces for further protection, such as warning against entering dangerous zones. The system provided data such as the number of workers and man-hours per day to assist staffing arrangements. For safety management, the operator authentication system restricted the operation of machinery on site, so only those who were trained and qualified to operate it and who were registered in the database have access. The equipment usage was also recorded for optimizing machinery resource allocation. The team has also adopted INSAR monitoring techniques for remote monitoring of ground settlement. The database can keep track of the tunnel excavation impact on surrounding buildings and structures so that the project team could take immediate action in case the settlement exceeds the allowable limit. Moreover, the project team adopted the Global Navigation Satellite System to monitor the movement of the sloping seawall at Takwao-Ling. Through continuous 3D movement readings for precise location monitoring, the system would alert the project team if the movement exceeded the allowable limit, thus further enhancing the safety management. During the asset management stage, the application of the digital twin helps the maintenance authorities to closely monitor multiple aspects of the trunk road. For example, in case of any equipment or system failure or accident happening inside the tunnel, the operators will be immediately notified. Furthermore, the digital twin allows the operators to test and optimize existing and future systems without adversely affecting the public road users. By making full use of CDE in data integration and analysis that covers the entire project lifecycle, the T2 team is fully devoted to promoting knowledge sharing and technological advancement for the construction industry.
我哋都想特別講一下咧，我哋呢個 3S 嘅 Tunnel Lining Defect Inspector。咁呢個 inspector 咧，其實係香港首個嘅智能隧道質量監測系統啦。3S 咧有安全、智能同埋實地嘅意思，由 T2 團隊發起，並且同香港生產力促進局共同研發嘅新技術。人工智慧啊！無人機咧，掃描每一個已經安裝嘅預製組件上邊嘅數位信息，透過即時嘅人工智慧平台啊，同埋邊緣嘅運算進行自動嘅定位啊。對於嗰啲裂縫、剝落或者泄漏等毫米級嘅缺陷咧，進行自動嘅檢查。傳統嘅檢查工作咧，其實面臨咗好多挑戰。工作人員咧需要企喺啲升降台上邊咧，用肉眼咧逐件檢查，並且用手動去做記錄。咁長時間咧喺高空工作咧，其實亦都存在啲安全風險。T2 隧道入邊咧，總共有大約21,000件呢啲組件，咁啊令檢查工作咧好繁複，而且好重複。咁啊，除咗檢查工作之外咧，隧道入邊咧亦都有其他嘅工序咧同埋物流嘅安排。搭建工作台咧會影響呢啲工序同埋物流。咁所以我哋呢個智能系統咧，透過人工智慧啦同埋 BMID 嘅識別碼咧，大大咁簡化咗隧道缺陷檢查人員嘅工作流程。利用一個 BIM 模型咧，使用者咧可以透過顏色嚟識別嗰一段嘅檢查狀態，以便日後嘅工作啦。點擊喺 BIM 上邊嘅部分咧，亦都可以輕鬆檢查到檢查嘅照片同埋報告嘅。另外咧，我哋亦都有呢個 AAGCTI。咁其實呢個系統咧係頭先我哋講嘅 3S Tunnel Inspector 嘅 2.0 版本，由生產力促進局啦、中國航天科工集團同埋清華大學共同研發。系統咧結合咗地面嘅無人機同埋無人車同埋無人機，對於各種隧道入邊內部結構咧進行檢查。佢同樣亦都有即時嘅人工智慧缺陷檢測功能啦，但係進一步增強咗厘米級精準嘅定位能力。咁啊，適合喺冇辦法連接 GPS 嘅環境使用。檢查結果同樣亦都可以喺個中央管理平台嗰度展示，從而建立一個缺陷嘅大數據資料庫。呢個功能咧，確保咗前線人員咧可以好容易咁了解到修補嘅狀況啦。咁確保喺下一個工序進行之前咧，已經做好個相關嘅修補工作。另外咧，我哋個 video 亦都講過啦，我哋有一個stockpiling 嘅 analysis。咁其實項目每一個預製組件咧，都有一個獨特嘅二維碼同埋一個 BIM-ID 嘅。咁喺我哋嘅 CDE 記錄入邊咧，其實有晒所有出廠咧 到現場檢收啦或者拒絕啦，同埋安裝嘅狀態嘅。咁喺我哋嘅 CD 入邊咧，亦都包含咗一個分析功能啦，將存庫入邊有嘅存貨同埋而家現有嘅工程進度咧進行一個比較。咁當存庫入邊偏低嘅時候咧，系統咧會自動發出一個警報，咁啊以便內地嘅預製組件廠咧能夠及時追加交貨嘅。另外我哋亦都有呢個叫做Permit to Load System 啦。咁咧呢個系統咧透過 DWSS 同埋BRM 入邊咧，咁啊整合咗一個call 簿嘅狀態同埋強度嘅數據記錄，並且喺一個 CDE 入邊咧展示出嚟。咁如果有安裝平台咧，計劃喺啲唔合強度嘅 call 簿上面施工咧，系統咧就會發出警報。咁因應 call 簿嘅強度咧，可以透過呢個圖像嘅方式展示出嚟咧，項目團隊咧可以更加詳細咁樣計劃工作，咁啊從而提高個工程嘅效率。另外咧，我哋亦都有一個叫 4D Progress Monitoring 嘅 system。咁啊，項目團隊咧喺CDE 啦、喺 BRM 啦同埋嗰個ERIS 之間咧建立咗一個一致嘅 BRM ID 嘅接口。咁呢個接口咧用於喺隧道結構嘅安裝入邊。咁呢個 CDE 入邊咧，我哋開發咗一個應用程式界面，咁就方便可以喺個 CMP 入邊咧自動咁樣更新進度，而唔需要每一次咧用人手手動輸入嗰個進度嘅。咁之前所介紹嘅創新科技咧，同埋數碼化功能咧。喺呢個4D 嘅進度計劃入邊咧，令到所有人咧都可以透過 CMP 咧睇到工程嘅進度啦，咁從而產生一個協同嘅作用，繼而咧優化工程嘅規劃，從一開始咧就最大程度咁樣減少工作危險，同埋提高工作效率。接住落嚟咧，我想將個時間交翻俾阿基倫。去總結一下關鍵嘅績效指標。
各位頭先都聽咗我哋3位嘅同事去講解啦，包括有我哋嘅承建商啦，同埋我哋嘅駐地盤工程師講過嘅內容，同埋短片嘅內容，睇到 BIM 啦、智慧工地安全系統啦、CDE 啦，同埋 Centralized Management Platform CMP 嘅關係，佢哋嘅發展咧其實有個相輔相成嘅效果嘅。例如咧，智慧工地系統入邊咧，我哋見到我哋又用 Smart Tech 呢個 system 啦，初係做地盤工人嘅人力資源管理嘅。後尾咧，佢哋發展成熟嘅時候咧，我哋將呢個去檢討啦，亦都去討論啦，睇下可唔可以點樣推廣，將個用途推廣。咁最後咧都決定咗喺MIMEP 生產啊、儲存啊、安裝管理上咧都去用呢個技術嘅。同一時間咧，我哋喺每一個數碼化工具咧都制定咗一啲關鍵嘅績效指標啦，係啦，包括以下嘅一啲數據啦。第一個就係大家第一開始聽到嘅Pyxis Revit Python Dynamo Automated Design Workflow。喺一個自動化嘅設計流程入邊咧，我哋做隧道建造嘅時候，喺建造嘅過程當中咧，去睇下有啲乜嘢我哋喺個預製組件需要改動，去就嗰個As-built tunnel structure 嘅時候咧，我哋係用呢個技術去做咗大概2200個隧道結構嘅 ring 嘅，係啦。咁喺呢個建造過程當中咧，我哋慳咗咧就大概有550個 man hour。咁另外Robotic Construction for MIMEP 啊，即係機電裝備合成法，利用呢個機械臂啦，或者其他嘅方法去做咧，我哋慳咗幾多咧？慳咗喺現場施工大概90%，同埋慳咗 E&M installation， 即係安裝嗰啲機電裝備嘅時間大概50%，亦都同一時間咧，我哋用呢一個安裝方法咧，都減低咗工人咧喺working at height 嘅風險嘅，即係防止佢哋喺高空去墜下。 喺另一個創新科技入邊咧，就係呢個無人機啦，叫做智能隧道檢測系統3S Tunnel Inspector 啦。我哋喺呢度呢個科技咧，我哋用咗大概1萬個 tunnel segment 係啦。咁每一個 tunnel ring 有9個 segment 啦。咁亦都慳咗幾多時間咧？大概3000嘅小時去做監測去檢測。咁如果成本上面咧，我哋慳咗50% 嘅建造成本去做 supervision。呢個發明入邊咧，我哋攞到8個嘅獎項嘅，包括2023年香港工程師學會嘅建造大獎啦，Grand Award 啦，亦都有日內瓦發明獎嘅設計啦。另一個系統叫做地空協同隧道自動檢測系統啦，頭先阿 Vincent 介紹嗰個啦。咁呢個亦都處理咗大概3.1公里嘅隧道嘅 cladding 啦、thermal barrier 同埋 paving， 即係防火板啊等等嘅建築物料嘅。咁佢亦都比我哋用傳統嘅方法去做監測咧，快咗23倍咁多。咁個建造成本亦都低咗50%。呢個技術咧，亦都攞到3個以上嘅獎項，包括日內瓦發明大獎。好啦，喺頭先我哋咁多位分享當中啦，希望大家可以各位業界咧，可以喺建造創新科技嘅應用咧，喺自己嘅項目入邊可以考慮下邊啲可以應用啦、推廣或者深化落去嘅，從而為建造業帶嚟一個嘅變革啦、改變啦，一同去建設一個美好嘅香港。我哋今日嘅分享咁多，多謝各位。